32412.
Place a bet, search on the web, or get the app. One expert bookmaker company.
Chill, my guy. Ale isa umbone.
Ala sa tumuwana wenkoy.
She's Pacos.
Do you guys have anything big?
Oh. E poi
Kasi is big soft drinks machela virapo.
Taste the fun. Big soft drinks come in different flavors.
People's Choice on Muvi TV. Brought to you with the association of Airtel. Airtel, the smartphone network on Muvi TV. Brought to you with the association of Airtel. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Yo, Banji! I'm not sure. How come your crop is far much better than mine? I mean, we are neighbors. My farm is right next to yours.
My dear, this is an open secret.
Tell me.
I switched to Sidco ever since. My harvest has been good.
Sidco?
Sidco has got the right seed for every farmland.
Sure.
See, my friend, I'm telling you, just contact them and find out which is the right seed for you.
Increase your yield this season by using Seedco Climate Smart Seeds. Call or visit your nearest Seedco depot for more details on our Climate Smart products. Seedco, it's
College is enrolling students for the January application. Bachelor of Education in Secondary Education, Bachelor of Education in Special Education, Diploma in Early Childhood Education, Diploma in Primary Education, Diploma in Secondary Education, Diploma in Special Education, Certificate in Early Childhood Education, School of Humanities and Social Sciences, Diploma in Public Relations, School of Hotel and Tourism, Diploma in Food and Production, Diploma in Front Office, Diploma in Food and Beverages Management, Diploma in Hospitality and Events Management, and Diploma in Sales and Marketing. For more information, visit us at Regent College along Kwazi Road or the North Mid Campus at plot number 11 Luamba Road, Lusaka, or call us on 0955 787114 or 0966 787114 or 0977 787114. Fairview University College. We aim at excellence.
The news on Muvi Television. In case you're just joining us, here are the stories making headlines. Bali Mwetwa tossed nullification of seats. Mwetwa castigates PF, claims it is morally bankrupt to offer checks and balances. Embattled PF mourns loss of parliamentary seats. It's Jane's husband that killed Kawata MP, says the police. And now the news in detail. Shocking revelations have emerged in Thursday's car tragic accident involving the late Kabwata Member of Parliament, Levim Kandawire, who was bashed outside his home. Police have delivered the twists and turns in statements disclosing actually the accident was caused by 56-year-old Jetta Kalengo and not Jen Mwale, the woman who was accused of causing the accident. Police spokesperson Ray Hamonga says Miss Mwale, the wife of Mr. Kalengo, handed herself to the police, and after interrogations, it was discovered that the husband is the one who was driving the BMW X5, registration number ALM 5955. Mr. Hamonga says Mr. Kalengo also confessed that he was the one who was driving the motor vehicle and at the time of the accident. Mr. Hamonga says Mr. Kalengo has been charged with causing death by dangerous driving, using a motor vehicle without road license, and using a motor vehicle without insurance. He says police have since charged Mr. Kalengo for the offense of giving false information to a public officer. Mr. Hamonga says police have also recorded a statement from a witness which collaborated with Ms. Mwale's statement. He says Mr. Kalengo is detained in police custody awaiting court proceedings, while Ms. Mwale has since been released. The United Party for National Development, UPND, has urged the Patriotic Front, PF, to accept court outcomes that are resulting in some of its parliamentary seats being nullified. UPND spokesperson Cornelius Mwetwa says the same courts are upholding some PF parliamentary seats which the party is welcoming, but wonders why it is denouncing the same courts for nullifying some of its seats. Speaking during a news conference Tuesday morning, Mr. Mwetwa says the UPND welcomes the nullification of some PF parliamentary seats as they prove that there was massive corruption from certain individuals who wanted to be in parliament at all costs. The President Hichilema has described as a balancing act the nullification of elections of some PF members of parliament. The President reminded those lamenting that the UPND MP's elections were also nullified in the past, and some of its members complained to him that as party president then, he was not doing anything about the situation. He said this shortly before departure for the Democratic Republic of Congo. But Patriotic Front PF Information and Publicity Secretary Raphael Nakachinda says PF is concerned with the high number of its parliamentary seats being nullified. Mr. Nakachinda claims the seats that are being nullified seem to come from one particular region and called on the judiciary not to be used. He also describes the nullification of Wacha constituency parliamentary seat due to the area member of parliament's lack of grade 12 certificate as a joke. You're watching the news on Muvi television. My name is Saidlis Nkonjera. Still ahead in the news. The Kasama High Court has upheld the elections of George Chisanga and Robert Kalimi as members of parliament for Lukasha constituency in Kasama district and Malolo constituency in Mungwi district. Now sitting in Kasama High Court, Lusaka-based High Court Judge Maria Mapani Kawimbe nullified the Lubansenshi election on account of electoral malpractice.
Parliamentary seat won by Patriotic Front's Tau Lochewe has been nullified in Kasama by a High Court judge. Sitting in Kasama Tuesday morning, a Lusaka-based High Court judge, Maria Mapani Kawimbe, nullified the seats on act of electoral malpractice. Judge Kawimbe cited the distribution of Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit DMMU's relief when there was no hunger in the area to warrant the distribution. She also cited that the respondent also took advantage of the social cash transfer money to influence people to vote for him. Also, the Kasama High Court has upheld the election of George Chisanga and Robert Kalimi of Lukasha and Malole constituency, respectively. Meanwhile, the Ndola High Court has nullified the election of Alan Banda Chimwemwe PF member of election. A Lusaka-based High Court judge, Wubili Shonga, who sat in Ndola on the 22nd of November 2021, said there were serious anomalies in the electoral process. Judge Shonga also established that Mr. Banda contributed to the construction of a school before he was adopted. So far, the biggest opposition party, Patriotic Front, has lost about 6 parliamentary seats, namely the Kavushi, Nakonde, Lunte, Lubasenshi, Kwacha, and Chimwemwe. Liambela Mutumba, Muvi.
By the Patriotic Front failed to deliver fertilizer in Southern Province. Mr. Mwetwa says the allegations are false, stating that the delay is due to this. The PF should be ashamed to purport to be an opposition political party giving checks and balances to the UPND-led administration, as it lacks the moral grounds to do so due to massive corruption it was engaged in that has also affected distribution of fertilizer. He has said that the political freedom PF is enjoying due to the UPND's belief in the rule of law should not make it believe that it is strong opposition political party because it remains the most rejected political party in the history of Zambia, as seen from the over 1 million loss margin in the 12th August 2021 general election. You're watching the news on Muvi Television. We take a break. Join us on the other side for more stories. Stay tuned.
Presenting Mr. Money!
Airtel Money MasterCard is what I'm here to announce. Take it easy and shop online without a bank account. Spread the word when you promote your business online. Pay for ads, grow that hustle and see your business shine. Mr. Money, he knows it all. Mr. Money, he knows it all. Pay for a cab, TV subscriptions, shop and never stop. With Airtel Money MasterCard, just shop until you drop. Book a holiday, catch a movie, it's not that hard. Big and small, you're in charge with Airtel Money MasterCard. Introducing Airtel Money MasterCard. Shop online and do lots more. It's not a card, but works like one. Get one today from the Airtel Money menu. Airtel Money, instant, secure, borderless.
I woke up feeling great, need a kick for the day. Got a taste that is keeping me awake. Something fresh, something true, unforgettable, something new. I can trust as my interest all the way. So when I wake up, can't get enough. Every day, ever with tea, yeah, with my bread, over me. Every day, yeah, every day. Years of perfection bring satisfaction. Think milk, think Finta. Yeah, every day.
In the real world, when you find something worthwhile, something you love, something that drives you, I'm telling you, keep going, keep on.
So be ready for when your time comes.
Be smart, be patient.
Only Bet Power has no minimum stake, letting you bet small to win big. This advertisement is brought to you by Bet Power.
Disability rights groups have continued to express shock at how the new Dawn administration has continued to sideline persons with disabilities when it comes to presidential appointments. Speaking in an interview, Zambia Union for All Persons with Disabilities President Pascal Mulenga says his organization is shocked that the new Dawn administration is also taking the same route which the Patriotic Front took of not appointing the disabled to key decision-making positions. Mr. Mulenga adds, looking down on the disabled persons based on their disabilities is not inspiring, as it shows lack of commitment towards achieving inclusiveness. He has since challenged the president to show commitment by considering the interest of the disabled and appoint them into decision-making positions. You're watching the news on Muvi Television. Now, Lusaka businessman Lishandu Chinjenge has asked the magistrate court to withdraw the complaint against State Counsel Mutemwa, his son, and Police Detective Inspector Kayombo Mano, who were alleged in October 2021, jointly and whilst acting together, allegedly stole $800,000 belonging to Mr. Chinjenge. Mr. Mano, a detective inspector at Force Headquarters, who is facing a charge of theft by servant, is alleged to have stolen the said amount, which came into his possession by virtue of his, and informed the court that Mr. Chinjenge wished to address the court. Mr. Chinjenge told Magistrate Magalicha that the criminal charges against Mr. Mutemwa had shaken their lawyer-client relationship. Therefore, he had decided not to have him face the wrath of the law. The Livingstone Subordinate Court has sentenced the Lusaka businessman of Garden Chilulu compound to 5 years imprisonment with hard labor for unlawful possession of 196 kilograms of dried elephant meat. The businessman has also been sentenced to 1 year 6 months imprisonment to run concurrently for escaping lawful custody in 2019 after being arrested for unlawful possession of 241 kilograms of ivory. The elephant is suspected to have been poached in neighboring Zimbabwe. Now, Mr. Chilufya was arrested by officers from the Department of National Parks and Wildlife on 19th October 2021 after a tip from members of the public. During the operation, officers confiscated 84 bundles of elephant meat weighing 196 kgs, concealed in 3 carton boxes, 4 sacks, and laptop bags. The illegal bushmeat trade is considered the greatest threat to populations of wildlife in Zambia, as poachers use non-selective methods of killing wildlife, such as wire snares. In other news, the Labour Commissioner, Givens Muntengwa, says the meeting that was held between the Commission and the University of Zambia user management is a step in the right direction in resolving labour matters. Mr. Muntengwa wrote a letter advising the acting University of Zambia registrar to withdraw the disciplinary code and subject it to adequate consultation with the unions and stakeholders. In his letter to the user registrar, Mr. Muntengwa says subjecting the code. We take our final break. Join us on the other side for the rest of the stories.
Where's Bob? Anyone seen Bob? Has anyone seen Bob? 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 Bob?
Over here.
Where?
Over here.
How did you get in there?
With my Airtel Money MasterCard.
Airtel Money MasterCard? But you don't even have a bank account. How did you get a card?
Well, it's not a card, but it works just like one. It's virtual, so no plastic, and it's safer.
But what are you doing there?
I want to buy Nancy a birthday gift, book my flight tickets, renew my Big Click subscription, and order a shipment.
For all things online, the Airtel Money MasterCard. It's not a card, but works just like one. Get one on the Airtel Money menu on your phone.
We are delighted to add Lubumbashi and Goma to our network. Welcome aboard Rwandair, Africa's safest airline that will connect you to more than 24 destinations throughout the network.
Rwandair, fly the dream of Africa.
Mighty Mumba has asked provincial heads of departments to work professionally at all times. Speaking during with the new administration's manifesto, lagging behind despite having Deputy Permanent Secretary Roy Mwanza, as the new Dawn administration is premised on servanthood. Still in Wapula, residents have called for the immediate rehabilitation of Kabuta footbridge. Speaking to Muvi TV News, George Ngandwe says government, through the Road Development Agency RDA, should work on the facility to help users. Mr. Ngandwe claims so many lives have been lost as a result of the respective bridge. Jonathan Mwaba, a pupil of Chitamba Secondary School, discloses once rains start, the water levels swell, thereby putting lives of the users. Proactively monitor and check all billboards so that they can ascertain how safe they are to avoid preventable disasters. In the recent past, heavy rains in Lusaka have brought injuries to people. Council General Secretary Emmanuel Chikoya says if the situation surrounding billboards in the city is left unchecked, it could lead to fatal accidents. Father Chikoya says the council calls upon all officers, is calling upon all officers assigned with the responsibility of certifying the mounting of billboards to maintain the highest standards of professionalism and patriotism, avoiding falling prey to corruption, which could lead to allowing shoddy works as well as unsafe billboards.
The safety challenges surrounding the mounting of billboards at the local government to thoroughly assess and only certify safety standards. Of billboards is that billboards must not be erected and mounted anyhow. We advise all the victims of the falling billboards to explore all legal avenues available to get compensation and hold all the owners as well as authority to do what is needful for
the statement of the third quarter 2021 Wednesday. A social economist, Kelvin Chisanga, has given advice to the central bank. Mr. Chisanga has asked the Bank of Zambia to maintain the monetary policy rate. He says it is highly imperative that the Bank of Zambia should again maintain some positives on both fiscal and monetary sides, with the general economic overview signaling some positive movements. He notes good electoral euphoria.
Losing some nominal or marginal value each and every week, which actually started from at which with the third quarter on the market is quite huge, as the appetite for most of the importer drive is taking so likely in this direction. And also we've seen the future prospect of having price growth in the consumer goods like fuel as well as electricity, which is actually standing to be a downside risk in this case. We all hope that we can have a moderate inflation impact as we go through this situation. But our expectation that we need to have a steady inflation, and also as we head in